Now, Sadananda Gowda spoke soon after the portfolios were announced and expressed his happiness at becoming the railway minister.
ಇದೊಂದು ನನಗೆ ಸವಾಲಿನ ಒಂದು ಹೊರೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸವಾಲನ್ನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅಂತವರು ಈ ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿರುವಂತದ್ದು, ಅವರ ಕನಸಿನ ಭಾರತ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಾಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೈಲ್ವೆಯ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷ ಮಹತ್ವದ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಪಡೆದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ, ಈ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೇಶ ಭಾರತದ ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಆದ್ಯತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಷ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಆಲೋಚನೆ. ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಳವಾದಂಥ ಅಧ್ಯಯನಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದರ ಒಳಗು ಹೊರಗು ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ಜೊತೆ ಬಾಕಿ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಮುಂದಿನ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಗಳನ್ನು ಇಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ ನಾನು ಮುಂದಿನ ಒಂದು 7-8 ದಿವಸಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಇದನ್ನು ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಿಂದೆ ಯಾರು ಇಲಾಖೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರಾ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಮಾಹಿತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವನಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದರ ನಂತರ ಮುಂದಿನ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯನ್ನು ಇಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾನು ತಕ್ಷಣವೇ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟ. ಇದನ್ನು ಉತ್ತಮಪಡಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸಾಧಾರಣವಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ವಹಿಸಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಘೋಷಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಘೋಷಣೆಗಳು ಕೇವಲ ಘೋಷಣೆಗಳಲ್ಲೇ ಉಳಿಯುವಂಥ ಸಂಗತಿಗಳಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದು ಅರ್ಥಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಮಾಹಿತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೇಳುವುದು.
Back now, Congress's loss in the Lok Sabha election seems to have triggered Chief Minister Siddaramaiah into action, and a few of his ministers were the receiving end.
Chief Minister Siddaramaiah stumped 3 of his ministers when he held a surprise meeting with them. The ministers were Food and Civil Supplies Minister Dinesh Gundurao, Agriculture Minister Krishna Bairegowda and APMC Minister Shiva Shankarappa. In the meeting, Siddaramaiah took Food and Civil Supplies Minister Dinesh Gundurao to task. He even expressed his displeasure about the rice allotted for the Anna Bhagya scheme not being properly utilized. He was irked at how ration cards were not being distributed for the needy. Not just this, he also sought answers from the ministers on how essential commodities like rice and wheat were not distributed to the needy under the Anna Bhagya scheme. Agriculture Minister Krishna Bairegowda was asked for info on the department's preparedness in sowing seeds to info on important items like seeds and fertilizers and their supply. He was also asked on the effective measures needed to tackle disastrous consequences resulting from pre-monsoon showers. Horticulture and Agro-Marketing Minister Shyamanur Shivashankarappa was asked for details on agro-marketing, sale of fruits and the capacity of the market to export items. Siddaramaiah also instructed the minister to ensure that the produce exported were of the finest quality and meet international standards. Today, Siddaramaiah will have a meeting with 3 other departments, namely Primary Education, Higher Education Department and Home Department. The Chief Minister seems to be cracking the whip with his ministers. Such a move will only help the common man. Sukesh, News9, Bengaluru.
Now, the Delhi High Court will hear a petition seeking immediate release of Arvind Kejriwal today. The Aam Aadmi Party chief was sent to jail after he refused to furnish bail bond in a criminal defamation complaint against him. The petition submitted that he has been illegally sent to judicial custody on a wrong premise of law. The petition challenges the May 21 and 23 orders of a magisterial court remanding Kejriwal in judicial custody for not furnishing bail bond in the criminal defamation complaint filed by Nitin Gadkari. In fact, the petition contended that the orders were passed by the magistrate on the assumption that when an accused appears on his own in a summoned case, on receiving a summoning order which allows him to appear even through his pleader, he must furnish a bail bond, and if he fails to do so, he would necessarily be sent to judicial custody. Now, it's submitted that this understanding of the law is totally erroneous. Now, Kejriwal was earlier summoned as an accused by the court in the defamation complaint in which Gadkari had alleged that he was defamed by the Aam Aadmi Party leader who had included his name in the party's list of India's most corrupt. Now, the magistrate had said that Kejriwal was told to give a bond only, and it was a legal procedure to furnish bond for bail. Well, in fact, a fire broke out at Siddhivinayak paper mill, which is located at Rajagopal Nagar in Bengaluru. Now, the fire is said to have been caused by a short circuit. Now, we are told that all the materials at the paper mill were gutted in the blaze. Fire tenders rushed to the spot and have managed to douse the fire. As of now, we are told that the fire force personnel have been able to douse the flames. Now, you can clearly see here the use of a JCB in order to sort of pull all the material aside. So the fire force personnel know for sure that none of the materials are still burning. Now, what you see over here again are fire force personnel trying to cool all the materials so that they do not ignite once more. Now, a senior fire officer has clearly stated over there that they do not know exactly what's the cause of this fire. It is believed that a short circuit could have caused it. Now, the fire force personnel also have stated that no NOC was taken. There was no proper firefighting equipment in place too. Now, the result of the Karnataka CET exam 2014, which was conducted on May 1st and May 2nd, will be announced today. Now, this year, the written examination was held on May 1st and May 2nd in 4 different sessions for 4 subjects. The provisional answer keys had been released on the 8th of May on the official website of the KEA. Admissions will be based on merit and rank secured in the Karnataka CET 2014. The candidates can select as many courses as they desire as subjected to eligibility. However, there will only be 3 rounds for seat allotment. Now, around 1.5 lakh candidates had registered for this exam, which was scheduled at 52 centres of the state. The exams were held in exam centres across 29 districts in Karnataka. Now, residents of ex-servicemen's colony are up in arms against a commercial development in their locality, but the building owner claims it's a protest by vested interest groups. Here's more on this story.
Commercial activities in residential areas are a growing problem in Bengaluru, and this building in RT Nagar has kicked up a storm for that precise reason. This is an under-construction building in ex-servicemen's colony in RT Nagar. Residents are alleging that the owner of the building, Dr. Vinod, is constructing this building and is opening an orthopedic hospital while the approval is for a residential building. Residents feel that they will face more hardship as the 30 feet small road already faces traffic problems, and if a hospital is opened, it will add to the misery. They have also approached the commissioner complaining that commercial activity is being planned in a residential zone.
The doctor, he took as a residential approved plan and constructed a big hospital, ortho hospital. So for which, you know, these vehicles are with the patients and ambulance. They may come, means entire road would be blocked. So for which we are resident facing a very big problem. Plan approval residential, purely residential is the construction residential. He took approval from the concerned authority BMP and he constructed a hospital, commercial, which is commercial.
The residents feel that their peaceful existence will be disturbed if the hospital comes up, and they have no other option but to leave the area.
ಎಲ್ಲೋಗೋದು ಸ್ವಂತ ಮನೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲೋಗೋದು ಹೇಳಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನು? ಈ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರು ಮನೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೇಳಿ, ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೋಡೆಗೆ ಟಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ?
Dr. Vinod, who runs Ganganagar Orthopedic Clinic, claims that he doesn't plan to start a hospital but a residential complex. He also claims that people with vested interests were trying to trouble him to corner his property. Well, with allegations and counter-allegations surfacing, it is up to the commissioner to take a call. If that doesn't happen, then one of the parties is sure to approach the court. Harish Upadhyay, News 9, Bengaluru.
How often do you get to attend your grandfather's 100th birthday? Well, here is a man who has spawned a family of 106 and went on to celebrate his 100th birthday like a king.
He was paraded like a king on a throne for his 100th birthday celebrations. Ramachandra Bhatt made quite an entrance for his family of 106. For the residents of a small village, Karkala in Udupi, this family is nothing less of royalty. All thanks to Ramachandra's wise words and helpful nature. His 100th birthday was not just special for his many descendants, but also the rest of the town.
This is a very unique program as we see, because these days we rarely see people who have completed 100 years and then who are still very active and then healthy. And our grandfather is one among them, and all 106 family members of his, we decided to celebrate this 100th year celebration in a grand way.
He might look like he's having just another normal day, but for Ramachandra's family of 106, it was nothing less of the grandest of occasions. His birthday was an open invite for everyone in town, and the celebrations were a result of months of preparations in advance.
In this rural area, all the people of this village, they have attended this program and they have enjoyed a lot, and everybody participated with full cooperation. The cooperation was very nice in this program.
The large family has branched out and spread across the country. From the local Tulu and Kannada to Konkani and Marathi, the family sees more than just linguistic diversity. What started out as a family of farmers now has doctors, engineers, bankers and even entrepreneurs.
It's a great occasion for all of us because all my family members, all 106 members are present here, which usually doesn't happen due to their schools, colleges and other works. But because of this, everybody has come from various states actually.
Having planned a big family, Ramachandra's descendants moved out of the small town and settled in other parts of the country. But one thing they never lost was their love for family.
So for this we have actually started preparations from 2 or 3 months in advance. First we actually felt it was a very light moment, but then everybody became very serious in the preparation. So because of that, it's a result that everybody is present here today. And we all love our great-grandfather, and I'm very proud to say that I'm one of the first great-grandchildren what he had.
While many hope to grow old with their better half, Ramachandra Bhatt was lucky enough to grow old with his own children, one of them who recently turned 80. No stone was left unturned to ensure that he had a grand 100th birthday, and this was done in the most traditional way possible. From elaborate pujas and abhishekams to cultural dance and music programs, almost all his grandchildren to great-grandchildren performed. It was nothing less than a festive occasion for the people of Karkala. Arabalachi Yogaraj, News 9, Udupi.